Greetings, I'm Barrett and welcome to Meet Me at the Table. Today we're doing an unboxing video, and I know this is a really peculiar angle for this unboxing video, but I have never received a box this big in my entire life when it comes to board games. This game box is absolutely huge. Look, it's about as big as my arm. It's out of control, and it's super deep as well. Inside this box is my Street Masters pledge that I backed on Kickstarter. Now, not only is this the original game, this is also the Aftershock expansion as well. When the original Kickstarter for Street Masters came out, I actually didn't back it. But after all the great reviews and the wonderful playthroughs I've seen of that game, I was so excited to get my hands on an actual copy of it. And it was because of the Kickstarter second edition, the expansion, that I was able to do it. So I'm excited to open this box. Normally I'd open it up and show you what's inside it, but it's so big I can't do it on camera. I don't have any way of being able to video it at all. So I'm gonna open this up, grab everything out of this, and I'm gonna show you all the things that came in this box. So if you're ready to see what's in the box, then I need you to meet me at the table. Sorry about the terrible Brad Pitt impersonation, but here's all our Aftershock material. This is the stuff that's from the second Kickstarter. I have also the Street Masters stuff as well. And if you're interested in seeing a playthrough of Street Masters, go check out Mike's playthrough over on One Stop Co-op Shop. I'll put a link to it in the description below. Here's the original Street Master Kickstarter material. Now the way we're gonna do this, I'm gonna open the Aftershock stuff first, because that's the new stuff, and I'm sure more people are interested in that than the actual older stuff, because there have been unboxings of this out on the internet already. So you can find those on YouTube without probably too much problem, but I still will do them at the end after the Aftershock material has been unboxed. So in case people haven't seen those and want to just see what absolutely everything is, they do have a chance to see that all on this video. So let's get to the Aftershock material. So the first box I'm going to unopen is the Street Masters Aftershock. This is the Street Masters expansion by Adam and Brady Sadler. This is the actual box of the actual Kickstarter. And this thing is just one giant cube. Now, a lot of this box is going to be storage. It's hopefully going to be able to put a lot of the other boxes that come with this game into it. So we're just going to go ahead and lift the lid on this box and see what is inside the actual Aftershock box. Oh, it's going to be pretty awesome. All right, oh, there it is, the instruction manual. Every game needs one. And look, this instruction manual actually isn't that big. So I'm pretty excited to actually read through this and get to playing this game right away. All right, this is going to be really, really cool. All right, we've got story mode, heroes, stories. Let's see what else they've got. I know in this one they've actually started. One thing that really made me excited about doing this, getting it during the second Kickstarter, was the fact that they actually did a lot of campaign stuff. I believe they actually kind of made a campaign type game out of this in some way or some form. There's actually a little rule about it, if I remember right, inside this box somewhere. I'm gonna have to read through this and we're gonna see what we can see. So here's an overview of everything that's in the box as well. So we're gonna have to go through those and see what they are. And here's some new rules, missions. So here in the back, there's some cancellation. Oh, here's the simultaneous turn variant. So you can make the game move a little bit faster once you actually start knowing it if you start playing with more than one or two people. And of course, this was co-developed by the MVP Board Games, which, if people know, they're a member of the One Stop Co-op Shop, which I'm actually partnered with right now. So they actually helped write the simultaneous turn variant along with Brady and Adam Sadler. All right, we're gonna put those aside and we're gonna take a look at what else is in the box. Look, we got a bunch of stickers. Now, I don't think I'm just gonna take these off and start putting these. These might have to do with part of the game. I have to look into it. I don't exactly remember exactly what's going on here. Now, here are the maps. Here's a couple of the different stages. You're going to be on these stages, moving around and working on trying to complete objectives that are part of a story mode or maybe just a single one-shot thing. And then also, you're going to be fighting against the minions and the boss on these battles things as well. We also have some punch boards, of course, all the different tokens and even some of the characters. And here we even have some things that help us tell us what is going on. Here we have, again, another tile that we can fight things on. Oh, what's this one? This one looks like a medical facility of some kind. Oh, that's kind of cool. All right. Oh, here we go. Now here is where we have our miniatures, and we also have some of the actual cards. Let's go ahead and open this up. Here's the miniatures. Oh, look at this guy. This guy looks really cool. Look at him. Oh, wow. Oh, I can hardly wait to take that guy on. And of course, there's three of them. You can't just have one, you have to have three. So here's some of the characters, I believe. They're going to be right here. These are going to be really nicely well done and are going to be fun to paint. I'm excited to get these to painting these. Oh, look at this guy. This guy looks cool. Or girl, sorry. Oh, what is this? Yeah. I like that pose a lot. That's pretty cool. All right, we're going to put that back. We're going to go ahead and see what's under here. And of course, we have all the different minions that are in here too. We're going to pick this up. Well, first we're going to see what these are. These, I believe, are just going to be our card dividers. So as we get through here, we're going to look at some of these cards. So these are the card dividers, so you can put your character decks behind them and also some of the other things as well. We've got I'm going to guess these are the stage decks go behind here. We have the shadow deck. We have the abandoned parcel ink. These must be the two different types of bad groups we're fighting against. Bad groups, I use the word bad groups, it's pretty funny. And these are our heroes, I believe. All right, these are just the card dividers, not the actual cards. Now we also have some loot and mission cards in here. So again, I might show some of these cards, but I don't want to spoil everything. If you've ever seen any of my unboxings, I like to show everything because I like people to be able to be surprised, along with myself, as I'm playing through the game. So we're at least going to open this up. So we do have our mission cards and our loot cards. We'll look at one of the loot cards, see what it is. We've got a riot shield. Oh, everybody likes a riot shield. Got to have a riot shield to protect yourself. All right, let's look at one of the mission cards. What's this one say? It says, task at hand. You can't always punch your way out of every situation. Sometimes you have to focus on the less obvious threats. During your draw phase, you may complete this mission if you did not attack during your turn. Huh. All right, so those are some of the mission cards and some of our loot cards. And now under this, again, like I said, it's going to be a lot of storage that they used for the Aftershock game and all the components that they've made in the past. And of course we have this. We got to keep this away from kids and pets, not good. And here's some of the token trays, I believe. They come right out. There we go. We got 4 token trays, and these are for all the cards. Look at these things can hold. This, I believe, holds more tokens, but these are for the cards. These look very similar to the ones that I received in, what game was it? Thunderstone Quest. Thunderstone Quest had card boxes very similar to this. So there's a whole bunch of them, and there's 4 of them. That's awesome. And of course, there's some nice little thick styrofoam things to help separate things if you need to. Now here's all the different cards that we're going to get. Oh, we have to look through at least some of these cards. And these first 2 packs of cards, I believe these are all card dividers again. Look at this, an astronomical amount of card dividers, because we've seen this one before. And here's, oh yeah, here's the compromised. What else? Oh, a story decks. That's going to be awesome. I'm excited for story decks. Let's see what else we've got. Schooled. So I believe that's going to be one of your stage decks. Here's Jack. You can put your hero deck behind that thing. Here's another one of the stage decks, and it's got them for all these different things. Look at this. We've got the Panda in here, Chan Chan. Oh my gosh, look at these. A whole ton of these. I'm going to drop them. There's so many of them. Wow, look at these things. Raven, that looks pretty awesome. Pounding Pavement. Oh, these are really cool. And the art on these look really neat. And of course, this is just the card for the stage. Imagine what the actual stage looks like. Oh, these look really good. Look at that person. That person looks pretty bad news. All right, so here's our card dividers. Let's put those aside. So the first pack of cards I grabbed has the Aftershock story deck in it. It also has our triage stage deck. Look how many cards are in this triage stage deck. Let's take a look at one. Oh, as I drop it on the ground. It says eager to fight. All right, see what it says here. Each fighter may place up to 3 damage on injured survivors to deal an equal amount of general damage to an enemy of their choice. So I believe as we play through it, you're going to be drawing cards for your stage, and then you have to use the rules that are on the cards along with the battle you're actually undertaking. Let's see here. I think I saw a card in here. Yep, see what it says. Stage rules. There are 5 objective tokens on the map. The fighters lose. So this is for our triage stage setup. And then of course the rules for it are on the back. Okay. And we got a derailed stage. Same deal here. I'm sure on the back there's going to be, yes, special rules. And then what's this? The Coming to Grips, Murphy's hero story. So here's his hero story based on these cards. I don't want to look at these because I'm a big fan of learning a story about somebody as we develop it, not just reading out of nowhere. The next one is going to have what looks like mission token effects. So this must be for certain stages are going to have different mission token effects. Here's Stacy, Jade, Project X. These must be some of the enemies we're going to be fighting. It's a rival. Aha! There we go. And we got more stage effects. Bogged Down. That's pretty awesome. And I'll bet there have some stage rules after that too. Here's the stage rules I bet for Bogged Down. Yes. And then the same thing we got here. We got Meltdown. We got another one here with, again, stage rules at the end. What's this? Remote panel. That's not a stage rule. Oh, here's the stage rules for it. Meltdown. All right, so must have to do with a remote panel of some kind. And what's this? The Hollow Threat, The Abandoned Showdown Story, Part 1, the prologue. Project X walks from the shadows, and we'll have to see what that does. We'll have to finish that story at a later date. The next deck of cards is going to be our Parasol Ink card. This is all the cards that go along with that faction that you might be fighting against. Let's look at the back of one. So here we go. I got Clean Sweep. It's a character, it's a minion, and here's its way of activating, and it's also its itinerary. That's its plan. So here's all the different stuff that has to do with this faction. And I bet the other one is the Abandoned. That's what I thought. All right, let's take a look at one of those cards. It says Biological Mind Link. Oh, it's an event. Each fighter with the mutation card in their threat area resolves the mutate effect of each mutation card in their threat area. Oh, I bet that can't be good. Nobody likes to be mutated. All right, so those are our two factions. Then the next deck is one of our heroes, Vada. I think is how you pronounce it. And if I pronounce any of these wrong, I totally apologize. I am terrible at pronouncing things. Here's her character card. She has 14 health, all right. Kinetic Chaos. Here's your basic action she has. You may move 4 figures up to 3 spaces each, then attack 3 targeting enemies engaged with a fighter, then flip this card. If you flip the card, I'm sure, oh, I see, never mind. This is her regular side. This is her regular attack. This is her powered up side. All right, that's my fault. All right, so here is Vada. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Here's one of her things, Forceful Spirit. Each fighter may either move up to 3 spaces or heal 3 damage. So from just seeing those two things, she seems like a person that can control the battlefield by moving people around it. All right, so that's her. And then it looks like it comes with, I'm going to guess this is like her story or something. This is the Showdown Story, Part 1 of the Parasol. Who's this? Here's some of our characters' stories. We got Pride Open. This is Lita's. And yep, we got Ronnie's. And then here it is. Here's Vada. So those are 3 of the stories that we can go through. And since we saw that she had a story, here's Lita. And here's her regular side. I'm sorry, I was looking at the powered up side last time. Here's her regular side. Interact. Draw 1 loot card. Attack 1. Then you may move 1 space and choose 1 fighter performance. Interact in any order. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, she's got like pickpocket. This looks kind of cool. All right, so this is a lot of the way she fights. I don't even know how she fights. We'll find out. Raid. All right, it's going to go on a raid. That's pretty cool. Who's this? Murphy. Murphy reference card. All right, here's Murphy. Oh, he's the janitor guy. Helping. Keeping cool. Action. You and each fighter within 3 spaces gain 2 random defense tokens, then choose a fighter to draw a card. Oh, that's pretty funny. You can be Murphy. I bet he does stuff with his mop. Walk out. Look at that picture. That's awesome. Oh, that's so good. Gaining control. All right. And then here's our story deck for Aftermath again. Another one. So I'll have to see what all this entails. This might be the pack that would go on top of the other one that had some of the Aftershock stories in it already, maybe. All right, so those are 2 of our characters. And here's more cards for Murphy. This looks like when he's not too happy. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so that's the rest of Murphy's stuff. And then we got, of course, Ronnie. And here's Ronnie's deck, and here's his character. He's got 17 health. Jailbreak jabs. He's going to be a boxer. I guess a lot of this has to do with fist attacks. Be my guess. Float like a butterfly, but there's sting like a bee in here somewhere. Why wouldn't there be? Sucker punch. Oh, that's pretty good. So here's a lot of what Ronnie can do. Well, actually, I'm not really reading. I apologize. There it is. Sting like a bee. I knew it had to be in there somewhere. All right. So those are the cards from this box. And of course, there wasn't, compared to what's in the size of this box, there's not a lot, but it still is a decent amount of stuff for actually a game box. What this box is mainly for is extra storage plus the actual entire game. So you do get an entire set of miniatures, the characters for it, and of course some stories and everything that would go right inside this box. Now, of course, all the rest of the stuff I'm about to show you can also fit in this box. So this box is a little big for just what was in here, but that's okay because it's supposed to fit everything else. So let's put all this stuff aside and let's see what's in the next box I can find to look at. Now the next box we have is the Aftershock stretch goals. And of course this is going to have absolutely everything that they were able to unlock during the Kickstarter, which is usually one of the main reasons I back Kickstarters, because you want to get all the neat, exciting stuff. So here again is a contents and overview of what this is. And on the back here it has an overview of card breakdown. All right, we're going to have to go ahead and look through all this. Again, I have not looked through all this online, so I don't know everything that's going on in the game, but I'm excited to see what's in here and go through it with everyone. So first we have our double-sided map tiles again. All right, here we go. I don't even know what this is. Maybe it'll say on here somewhere. No. Oh, here it is. Oh, this is the school one. This is the school. We saw some of this in the other box. Here's some of our tokens again. We've got a lot of different tokens here. It looks like we got some of our curse. I'm guessing these are curse tokens here. Of course, these are some of our punch and kick and throw icons. Here's our character icons. What are these tokens? Oh, I don't even know what these are. Oh, they're called glitch tokens. All right, that's pretty cool. All right, and I believe these are some ally tokens up here. I could be wrong. We'll see what these are. I could be absolutely wrong about those. And here's another one. Oh, there's going to be a lot of them in here, I bet. All right, let's see what we got. This one is, where is it? It's got to be here somewhere. Oh, there it is. It is the Pure Pressure. Oh, that's pretty awesome for a name for a map. All right, we got another backside as well. That's pretty awesome. Here's again a whole bunch more kick, punch, and throw icons. Or grapple, I think. I mean, sorry. And then here we got a lot. Wow, there's a lot of these. Wow, there's so many of them in here. Oh, wow. We get to fight at a dance party? That's pretty sweet. I can go clubbing. That's pretty good. All right, some more tokens. And then again, here's more fighting stages. With some, oh, I wonder if these are going to be like practice dummies up here. Oh, no, they're armor. I see them. They're actually armor. So I'm guessing these might be interactable when we're fighting. All right, and here's our Kickstarter extra stuff. We've got some extra dice, which is good. And we also got one of these. I got to get rid of it. We also have a bunch of miniatures and a lot, oh, wow, a ton of miniatures. Look at all these miniatures you got for the stretch goals. Wow, that's amazing. All right, I'll try my best not to glare off this thing too much. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, looks like we got just the panda guy. This guy's pretty cool looking. Let's take a look at him. Panda Hoya, awesome. This one looks awesome. Oh, her wings came off. That's too bad. I'll have to glue the wings back on. Here, I thought she was awesome because she had cool wings, and then the wings came off. I'll have to glue those back on. Not the end of the world. Yeah, they just slide right in. Okay, cool. All right, she's right there. Let's put her over there. There's some really cool miniatures in here. Wow, I like this guy with the sword. There's a guy with a guitar. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. All right, so we're gonna go put these aside. Of course, we also have some little gremlin looking guys down here. Those are pretty awesome. I fight little gremlins. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see what we got right in here. This could be something cool. We got 2 more miniatures in there, and it looks like one of them needs to be put in some hot water so that I can straighten this back out. That's pretty cool. Dueling pistols. Oh, I'm sorry. I think you lost the duel. All right, there we go. And then here's the rest of the miniatures. I'm going to try not to make it glare. I apologize if I do. They are pretty much all, I think these are going to be just a bunch of minions. Is what these all look like. All right, now look at all of these cards. Now again, we've got some card dividers, of course, and then, oh my gosh, there is so many cards here. All right, I'm gonna get this box out of the way so I can actually get these cards onto the table here. So the first thing I have are all our card dividers, so it kind of gives an idea of what's going on. So we got overview cards. There's that rave that we saw, that map. Here's some of the crew that we're gonna be fighting, an enemy deck. Here's, who's this, Renee? That's awesome, a fighter deck. So these are just going to be all the different card dividers that came with this box. Now this deck has some really cool things in it. It's got one of our hero stories for Jack, and we also have one for Chan Chan, and then we've got a story deck for the System Crash. So those are some of those tokens we saw earlier. Here's another story deck, another story deck. Oh, look at all these story decks. There's so many story decks to play. This is going to be awesome. Oh my, just don't stop. There's so many story decks. Oh my gosh, look at all that. All right, so that's just one of the decks. Next, it looks like we have even more hero stories. These are all hero stories. So we got Wanted for Clint's story. Then we got, what's this? More of these showdown stories. All right, these are going to be pretty awesome as well. We got more. And then what's this? This is, okay, this is, oh wow. Okay, hold on a second. Get through this. And this I think is really cool. What are these? These are stage decks overviews. So if you're not sure what stage to play, at least you can kind of get an idea of like how hard or difficult this stage could be. So the original copy, oh, what's this? This one looks pretty tough. Where fighting inside the Gone Ballistic stage isn't too tough. It's only a 1 in its complexity and what you're supposed to be doing and what you have to deal with. So that's pretty awesome that they give you this whole big thing. Well, obviously a big Ring of Fire is a 4. I'm not surprised. All right, so those are the way, if you're looking at this, oh, the Rave is a 3. Oh, we don't want to play there right away. Maybe we do. This one looks really awesome. And then it looks again like we've even more story decks as well. Here's Wicked's. We've got Grill's story deck. That's pretty sweet. More story decks. And then these are the same as our stage cards. Look at these. So if you're looking to try to figure out what fighter you want, look at all the fighters. This is ridiculous. Look at them all. Okay, so if you're looking at a fighter and you want to try to play a fighter and you're like, oh, I really think like this fighter's really cool. Well, it's a 4 difficulty and complexity rating to figure out how to play max. It doesn't mean you shouldn't play that character, of course, but you might want to not start trying to play with that character, you might want to start with somebody like this because it's got like a 1 complexity. Or Megan. These, I believe, are from the actual core game, very first game, I believe. So they got complexity of 4. Oh, here's Ronnie. Here's one of our newer ones that we just got. It's a 2. And this one's a 2 too, that Veda. Oh, there's Murphy. The Murphy's a 4. So they are some harder ones to try to play with, but I think all these, of course, as you play the game, you could be able to play anybody you want, and you're probably going to have an absolute blast. But of course, each one of these plays obviously quite differently. Next, we have one card. It's a rule card for turbo mode. Set up, play this card near the play area. I don't know what this does, but it obviously is going to change the game up, and I believe it's going to make it go faster, since it's called turbo mode, but I could be totally wrong. And then we got, what are these? More showdown story decks. And then here's some of the bad guys, I'm guessing. Or else, oh no, this is one of our guys, maybe. Let's see who it is back here. Nope, this is clan. This is a group, an enemy group. All right, I bet this is the same type of thing. These are rivals. These are rivals. Okay, that's what these are. Oh, cool. Wow, look at that one. That one looks really neat. Lola. That's pretty cool. Sorry, I keep stopping and looking at some of these artwork on these cards because they look really cool. Oh, wow, that looks awesome. There's some pretty, there's Genesis as a rival. That's pretty cool. All right, so we're going to go put this one aside. Then, of course, here's our favorite stage deck. It's the All the Rave. Let's go ahead and look at one of them. Event Dance of the Descripted. What's this? For each objective, gain 1 defense token matching the current mix. I'm not going to keep reading, but you get the idea. The stage decks are going to play a part in the actual game that you're playing. And then we got Grill's fighting deck. Let's see what he's all about. Okay, let's find this card. Here he is. He's kind of going to be more of a grappler type character, which looks like he's probably got some kind of judo outfit on, which makes sense. All right, we're going to put that one aside. Next, we got another stage deck, Pounding Pavement. Sorry, let's look through that. We also got a character. So a lot of these are going to come with a stage deck and a character. That's pretty much going to be a lot of the decks. We got Glam. Pretty cool. Let's look at his card. He's going to be a fist fighting guy. That's pretty neat. Let's look at some of his actual cards here. A fighting card, and then, of course, a show of kicks. That's pretty funny. Jumping Punch. Attack. Before you attack, you may discard up to 2 power to deal 1 direct damage for each power discarded. Oh, wow. That's pretty awesome. All right. I'm excited to try out some of these characters. It's going to be really cool. Now, of course, I mixed up some of the deck already. There we go. Goes back this way. Perfect. I want to make sure I keep it in order. And again, another stage deck and another character. We've got Wicked, and we've got the Mob Rules stage. All right, let's look at Wicked's card. Is going to be at the end. He looks pretty cool. Okay, he's got 4. 2x2 action attack. Then you may move up to 2 spaces attack. Both of these attacks deal direct damage. Huh. She punches. What's this? Faceful. The Salve. Okay, that's pretty sweet. And then, of course, we've got my favoritely named stage, Peer Pressure. That's a pretty awesome stage name. I love it. All right, we got Crunk. Oh my gosh, that guy looks pretty awesome. Let's see what his little thing is here. Oh, he's a lizard guy. Animal Spirit. Now, of course, a lot of these are opened up during, this is all stretch goal stuff, so this was all done during the Kickstarter. He fights with feet most of the time. Let's see what he's got here. Dragon Fang attack, then deal 2 direct damage to an enemy engaged with you. That's pretty good. Can't go around doing damage, especially somebody engaged with you. Then we've got another stage and another fighter. Here's Jack. He looks just like a normal Jack guy. A guy named Jack. He fights with fists most of the time. Into the Fray. What else you got? Scrapper. Hard Knocks. All right, so that's him. We got another one, Estate of Decay. Another stage deck and a fighter, Wildfire. Whoa, that picture looks awesome. Wildfire. Attack, then you may suffer 2 direct damage to play a spirit card from your hand. I'm betting there's a lot of spirit cards in here. Attack. Spirit Tactics. That's pretty cool. Her back card here looks absolutely awesome. Look at all the spirit animals around her just floating around. Oh, that's a really cool picture. And here it is, Spirit Call. Draw up to 2 different tactic cards from your discard pile, then gain 1 random defense token for each spirit card in your hand. Oh, that's pretty neat. Now, of course, sadly, I haven't played the game before. I don't know how exactly all this works together. I apologize. Again, we've got another stage deck, Real Terror. And then we've got Mickey. Let's see what Mickey looks like. Here's Mickey. Play Dirty. Low blow. Oh, that's terrible. Loudmouth. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Axe to grind. Oh, wow. That's pretty awesome. All right, that's cool. Then we got Clint. Now, he's got a gun. I don't know how fair that is. Let's see here. Who's this? Max. What is this? Laying down the law. Deal 2 direct damage to each enemy. If an enemy is defeated, you may play a card. Huh. All right, so here's Max. Tiger Azules. Oh, and then here's some of the enemy groups here, enemy factions, and then what's this? This is stage setup cards. Oh, that's pretty cool. It comes with some really cool stage setup cards. I like that. All right, so we're going to put those back. It looks like we got Chan Chan. Here's Chan Chan's deck. He obviously punches. That makes sense. Rough and tumble. Look at that. That's a crazed panda bear. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Oh my gosh, these cards look awesome. Look at that. Oh, that's so good. All right, let's see what else we got in here. And then what's on the other side? It's another stage deck, of course. Spring Break. All right, another stage deck. Here's another faction. Another faction. So these are going to go with those story events we saw earlier. These are all the faction cards, I believe, that are going to go with those. Wow, big one there. A lot of them there. All right, oh, then we got another one. What's this? New City, Same City, Cybertooth Crew, Showdown Story, Part 1 Prologue. Well, I can't talk. It looks like we got Raven's Hero Story and a little bit more of this New City, Same Game. Oh, that's weird. It's split into 2 different piles. Oh, I guess I'll just put them together. Here's Raven. Raven's card. I think she's very vampiric. That's pretty sweet. All right, so I got a vampire character. That's pretty awesome. All right. What's this? Feast. Choose a minion engaged with you. For each damage on that minion, heal 1 damage. That's pretty good. Here the enemy. Oh, this is really cool too. Again, here's the enemy decks, all the different enemy decks, and it shows you again their complexity rating. I really, really applaud the fact that they put something like this in. So I don't think I'm going to be starting with this group to fight first because they're a 5. And if you're learning the game, I don't think that's a good one to start with. All right, so we're going to put that aside. We have more of our enemy decks, or factions, or enemies. And then we've got Renee. Here's Renee. All right, let's go ahead and see what she's all about here. Renee. She doesn't really have a way she's fighting. Oh, she's got her whole reference card on her own. When a card instructs you to install a card, place the card face down underneath this card. When a card instructs you to install a card from your deck, place on the top of your deck face down underneath this card without looking at it. Huh. I'm guessing you eventually are going to program a bunch of stuff, and she's going to go ahead and do it. That's my guess how she would work. All right. And then, of course, we have that enemy deck. Oh, and here's her story deck. All right, so we have her story as well. And the last deck of our stretch goals is another group of, this is another enemy deck. We got an event, family business. This is, who is it? The Cartel family. That makes total sense. And then what do we got back here? Davenport Manor. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. All right, and then what do we got? That's just all of them. All right, that's really about it. What do we got here? I'm guessing it's the Family Reunion Davenport Manor Showdown Story Part 1. I still can't say Showdown Story. There we go. Now that's everything that's in our stretch goal box. So let's go ahead and go into the last box that was part of the Kickstarter. And the last thing that came in the expansion for Street Masters is the Essence of Evil. All right, let's open this up and see what's inside. I'm going to guess it's going to have a map, some instructions, and maybe even some punch boards. Let's see what we got. The Essence of Evil. Here's an overview of the components and probably a little backstory about this adventure. I think this is an adventure. It's an expansion, I guess. So let's go put those aside and see what we have here. Some punch tokens. All right, we've got a lot of our different surge tokens and things like that. We also have, what are these? Value defense tokens. Those must be these. And then we have our 42 surge tokens. That must be these. And of course, we have these 2 rival ally tokens down here. All right, we have those. We also have a couple map. We have a map. We have 1 double-sided map. We've got the Ring of Fire. Now, if I remember right, I saw something about having a Ring of Fire like the stage decks. I think this was a complexity of 4, if I remember right. So it is interesting that they have those. It covers all the things that go through all their different expansions, everything. It's pretty cool. What's this? This is the Reich Storm. All right, that's the board. Now, of course, here's the miniatures, and we also have some cards. So, of course, we're going to go through everything here. We're going to first open this up if I can. I'm going to take this out of the box. And we're going to go ahead and discard this and see what we can get, if we can actually get this open. Yes, we can. Here we go. We've got something really cool. Look at these. These guys are purple, just straight up purple. It must be the type of character that they're purple for a reason. I'm sure they like become spirits or something of that nature. And then of course we've got our card dividers. I'm not even going to take those out. We know what those are. And then we're just going to go through these two things really quick, and that'll be it. All right, I just put both decks together. Let's go through them real quick. We've got the Essence of Evil story deck. This is going to be awesome. And then we got right here more of the story deck. So this story deck must coincide with this story deck in some way. Again, I haven't played it, so I don't exactly know. We've got Double-Edged Hanzo's hero story. We've got Ascending. Okay, we got his story deck. And then, of course, we've got Hanzo's actual action deck. Let's, of course, take a look. Wow, it's actually kind of a big deck. All right, let's see what, of course, he looks like. Oh, it looks pretty awesome. 2 arms. Draw 1 card and choose 1 fighter within 2 squares of you to gain control of a weapon card in your hand. Then, that fighter may resolve the effect of a weapon card they control as if they just played it. All right, sweet. That's him. All right, then we got our Ring of Fire stage deck all the way through it. And of course, we've got our, I'm going to guess this is going to be our stage. What is this? This must be the how to set it up, I bet. Yep, stage 7. And we've got the Reichstorm set up because we have those. I'm going to guess this is the Reichstorm setup deck. Oh, no, this isn't. Yes. No, it isn't. Let's see what this is. All right, let's flip the deck this way. Who's this? I have no idea. All right. We've got, he's the rival. All right. All right, we got the Arasikasha. Oh, these are the enemy group. Okay, this is the enemy group. Oh, man, I got a little confused there for a second. This is all the enemy group, and then, of course, this is the stage, the Reich stage. Huh. All right, so it comes with 1 character, it looks like, and then, I thought it came with 2, but maybe I'm wrong. No, it does only come with 1, and he's right here. Here he is. Here's the hero that this comes with. My light's not really doing it any justice. But before we get too out of control, I want to look at this guy. This guy, I'm sure, is really cool. This guy looks really neat. I'm excited to paint up some of these guys. This is going to be really, really cool. There's a lot to paint up, too. It's amazing how many miniatures there are in this game. Just so many miniatures. All right, that is the end of this expansion. So for the first part of the video, we have done the Aftershock stretch goals. We did the Essence of Evil, and we also did the Street Matters Aftershock, the base core pledge. So that is what was done for the first part of this video. Now the second part of the video, I want to go ahead and do the very beginning, the first Kickstarter that happened. I haven't looked through that stuff either. So if you have that and we're just interested in the Aftershock material, this is the end of the video for you. If not, and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. This has been a lot of fun to unbox this absolutely massive amount of stuff. Now, if you want to see the extra stuff, we're going to move right into that right now. So the first thing I have is the actual base game for Street Masters. I'm going to move that down a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and take it off, and we're going to go ahead and take a look. Now this is the 2.0 material. All the cards and everything that they were planning on updated are updated inside this pledge box. So we have our rules, which I'm going to guess are very similar to the rules that we got out of the second edition wave, or the Kickstarter thing, Aftershock. I'm sure it's got pretty much the same rules set in it. Maybe some tweaks for the Aftershock stuff were in there, but this is for just the base game. And of course it comes with all our different tiles that we'll be fighting in. It's got all our punch tokens, and they punch out really nicely, just like that one did. Okay, let's see what else we got. Again, more tiles and punch boards, I'm going to guess. I'm just going to quickly kind of go through the punch boards and tiles and see what we get. This one looks pretty awesome. This would be like a casino of some kind. All right, there we go. And here's some tokens again. We've got more tokens. We've got another set of fighting arenas. All right, that's pretty awesome. And of course, we got all our cards and our miniatures. We've got rings that you can put on your character bases if you want to. I usually don't use them, but you do have the ability to do it. Of course, there are some dice you're going to use. And of course, the interesting thing about these dice work is they're always going to be doing something for you. There's never a flat out just nothing happens die, which is kind of cool about this game. It does have our card dividers, just like we saw in the other game. And we also have some of these loot cards. Now, there's no mission cards in here, just loot cards. And so we're going to go ahead. I don't know if we're going to open these. I mean, we might as well. We're going to open all this stuff and see what it all is. So, of course, a massive amount of cards. And I'm going to guess most of them are going to be some of those action decks. So let's see what we've got. But before we do that, we, of course, have to take a look at some of these miniatures, like especially this one guy who looks like Gorgo or Gorga or whatever the guy from Mortal Kombat is. I forget his name, but I bet somebody's going to tell me in the comments because I can't remember his name right now. All right, let's see what else we got. Look at some of these other guys here. Let me get my light on these guys. That looks pretty cool. All right. What's this guy? Oh, I thought he had another guy on his back, but he just has a giant gun, a rocket launcher. He's carrying a rocket launcher on his back. Well, that's kind of cheating, isn't it? All right. So these are a lot of the miniatures. They all, of course, look great. I actually love these miniatures. These miniatures are really good looking. I'm excited to get these onto my painting table and get these painted up. I keep grabbing miniatures out of here. I know I want to look at the cards, but I keep grabbing miniatures. All right, we're going to move this aside so I don't have to keep grabbing miniatures. Anything on the bottom of the box? Of course, there's even more miniatures on the bottom of the box, and of course, it's glaring off my light. All right, so there's lots and lots of miniatures in this game. Oh, so good. All right, so we're going to put this to the side, and we're going to go ahead and look at some of these cards. So the first deck we got is, of course, our loot deck. It's just a bunch of loot. Let's go ahead and we'll look at one. One of them is a turkey platter. You can't go wrong. During your turn, you may either give this card to a fighter adjacent to you or discard this card to heal 3 damage. You can't go wrong with a turkey platter. Then, of course, we have all those card dividers again. All these different things here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters, looks like, in the base game. And so then we have a lot of our different... we have our story decks. Oh, I forgot about the story decks. These are awesome. And of course, I'm guessing we've got our enemies, and we've also got our stages as well. Speaking of story decks, here's one of them right here, the Island Getaway. So there's a big story deck. That's pretty awesome. Here's some reference cards. Those are going to be awesome. We got what's pushing the limit. Oh, I bet this is the other way. Oh, here we go. So we got Megan's cards. And of course, we've got Koyoru's cards. I apologize if I said it wrong. He's got a big deck. And now, if we remember right, we were looking at those complexity of characters. I believe these two are both a 1. So these might be good characters to start with if you're trying to learn how to play the game. What else do we have right down here? Is this still... oh, this is his story, hero story. That's pretty awesome. And what's this? This must be... oh, these are the turn cards. All right, cool. Here's more of Megan's cards. And then we've got Natalia's cards. Natalia's cards. Look at some of her cards. Recon. Cool. Snap Kick, awesome. Can't go wrong with Snap Kick. All right, let's put those aside. We've got Gabrielle's cards here. I think that's his name, Gabrielle. Yeah. Then we've got Ying Hua. I believe I pronounced that wrong. Oh, I'm sorry if I did. Let's see here. Fall Back. She's a cop. That's pretty awesome. And I bet we have a story cards right here. Off Duty. It's her hero story. That's pretty sweet. I kind of like the fact, I love the fact that they have these stories for these characters. Now here's some more cards of Gabrielle's fight deck. And then we've got Brandon, of course. He's here as well. Brandon, I bet, is going to do a flip kick. You can't go wrong with a flip kick. That's pretty awesome. Let's see what else he does. He does bite back. Well, that's pretty funny. All right. Those are some of his cards. And here's all of our hero cards. There's not very many of them. I kind of pulled them off the top of one of the decks. Natalia, Megan. So they all have their own health and their own abilities. They fight with their own type of fight in their own styles. I'm excited to really dig into this game. I'm a big fan of those like fighting games like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. I'm also a big fan of like Streets of Rage and Double Dragon. Here's some of these stage event cards. What's this? Oh, this is how you set it up. All right. Yep, these are just all stages, the original copy. So here's all, and then you set it up that way. All right. Stage deck. We have another stage deck for Gone Ballistic. If I remember right, this is the very easiest one, or I should say its complexity was a 1, if I remember right, when it comes to setting it up. Golden Dragons, I bet these are the groups of enemies. These are the groups of enemies. Here they are. All right, let's see what else we got. Well, that guy looks like Mr. T. That's pretty awesome. Mr. T's coming in. All right. I guess he pities the fool. We got another one of her story cards just kind of off in a random area. Another some stuff for Gone Ballistic again. We got Supply and Demand, which is going to be another stage, and Compromised, another stage. All right, we got lots of stages. Now it looks like we're getting into some of the rivals and the enemies in here. So here's some of the rivals. Here's Dimitri. He's a rival. And this here, the Brotherhood. These are like the different factions. So one of these guys is going to be kind of in charge of one of their little factions here, and so they're going to fight against you. So here's Anastasia. She's got 4 health, 1 defense. She starts with a grapple and kick defense chip, I believe is how that works when she comes onto the board. And minions are going to come after you. You're also going to have to deal with him himself. He's the guy with the modified RPG. No wonder why he's got an RPG. He's a bad guy. No wonder why that miniature has one. That's why he's cheating. All right. We also got all these different stories. Again, I'm really excited to play through these stories. This is what I'm really excited about. Here again is more enemy factions, and I'm sure they go with each one of those sets of rivals, or else the rivals they're gonna be incorporated into some of these. Rise of the Kingdom. Here's the story that goes along with Rise of the Kingdom. Wow, that's pretty awesome. And then our last deck of cards again looks like another stage events or something. Wow, what do we got here? Oh, it's just his random card just hanging out. It's kind of weird that some of these are just randomly in a pile. All right, let's hear Right to the Remain Silent, another stage. This must be the setup for it. We got another stage, Steal Memories. Another stage, Sudden Death. Oh, Sudden Death. That's probably would be an arena one of some kind, or maybe it looks like a military maybe of some kind. And then the stage setup for that one. Next, we have the original Street Master stretch goal box. We're going to go through this one now. This was from the original Kickstarter, so this is stuff that's been out for a while. Like I said, I just got it recently because I just really was excited for the way a lot of the scenario stuff was going to start working. All right, we got some more tokens. Again, I'm going to have to go through exactly what these tokens are. And here we go. Wow, what's this? Oh, this looks awesome. I really want to fight in a place like this. This place looks pretty cool. Oh, I threw it on the ground. All right, let's see here. Pit traps. Wow, that's kind of cool. All right, so it looks like we're going to be more in the junglish type or something of some kind. All right, and then we've got miniatures, and then we've also got all our cards. I make so much noise trying to get that off. That was ridiculous. She just pulled it out. All right, we've got our cards that are our card dividers. I don't need to really go look through those. And it looks like we only have 3 packs of cards. Now, this game is very card-based, which if you haven't already noticed by looking at all the different cards that I've been pulling out. And like I said, I haven't been going through all the cards. I just want to give you a taste of what's inside this game. So it looks like this is going to come with one new miniature fighter, I'm guessing, of some kind, and then a lot of these other characters. Oh, wow, interesting. I'm excited to see what these all are. So our first deck of cards looks like it comes with our heroes. I was wrong. There's 3, not 1. We have Tiger Azuls. He kind of reminds me of King from Tekken. He's in here. We got Clint. We've got Max. These are our characters, and of course these are going to be probably their. Oh, this is the enemy deck. Is right here, and then I'm going to guess this is going to be one of their story decks. I'm sure it is. It is Pestilence Story. Oh, this is the story that goes with the actual box. That's awesome. All right, and then here is his deck. His combat deck, and he's of course I'm going to guess very grapply, just like King. Rolling suplex. Oh my gosh, I love the way that they have this. Like it almost looks like that motion movement, like an anime type motion movement. Look at that, all the motion coming off of there. Loaded drop kick. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Hunting grounds. Primed to pounce. Sweet. All right, so that's that deck right there. The next one has, again, it has a couple more cards in the Pestilence story, and then I'm going to guess this is the stage of some kind. Let's see what's, yep, here's our stage. Here's our stage deck, one of them, and then here's our second stage deck. They're all together here, and this is that story. And the final deck that came with the stretch goals is going to be, I'm going to guess they're fighting decks of some kind in another part of the story. Oh, we also have the rival cards as well in here. Rivals for, oh wow, Project X, that looks pretty creepy. Well, it is almost Halloween at the time of this recording. All right, let's see here. It's going to be Max, and I'm going to guess Clint is going to be the other one. Let's look at one of Max's cards. Kick, High and Dry. Wow. That's pretty cool. And then here's some of Clint's cards. I wonder if he really is going to be using this gun. Laying Down the Law. Because it's kind of a fighting game. If you brought a pistol to it, it's not really that fair. True Grit. All right, so we'll have to see how those play. So that's this box. This was called, let's see, what was it called? I didn't even look at what it was called. I just opened it. Oh, this is the stretch goals box. Of course it is. All right, this is the stretch goals box. Now there is one more box that came with the original Kickstarter, and it is, I believe, the expansion that is going to have like a story type thing maybe tied to it. It's called The Legend of Oni. And let's see what's inside this box. I'm going to guess it's just very similar to all the other boxes. So if you've seen one box, you've kind of seen how all the boxes are boxed together. You've got punch boards, and then of course you've got a couple, 1 or 2 of these maps that you can fight on. This one looks like it's going to have elevation. I'm going to guess that's what this stuff is. You're not going to be able to go up it unless you're on the ladders. That's my guess. And then, of course, we have a dojo, it looks like, of some kind. And here are, of course, is everything that has to go with this expansion. We've got our card dividers, just like all the rest. We've got some, we actually have more of these. The other card expansions didn't come with those. And then, of course, we've got our 2 packs of cards and some of our figures. Again, we've got some of our major figures up here. This guy's like a one-of-a-kind figure from that box. But then look at these guys. These guys are clear, so there must be something going on with these clear guys. We'll have to play through it and see. So the 2 decks that we have, one is the One Step Ahead stage, along with, I'm going to guess, some of the story decks. This is the setup for it. Here's another one of the stage decks We're going to have 4 of these stage decks, I'm sure of it. Oni's Vassal, stage condition. All right. Another stage deck. And then here's, I'm going to guess, the special rules for setting it up. Another stage deck. So the first deck of cards was all just stage decks. The second deck of cards has, again, 1 step. This is still part of that same deck. And like I said, they kind of split them a little weird in some of the packs. We have our other stage deck, and then I'm going to guess a lot of these are going to be our story and fighter decks, I'm going to guess. Let's see here. We got our, what's this? Ashes of the Eternal setup. Then we've got our faction. It looks like the Oni. Here's the bad guys, I'm going to guess. And then that's really about it. Then we've got our character, I think, or is this the bad guy? I mean, this is the boss. So that's the boss, the Oni. And then here's the stage. Or here's the story that goes along with that boss. Wow, look, a nice big long story. I love big long stories. If you know me, you know I like stories. So we're going to go ahead and pack this thing up. So there weren't really any heroes in this one. This is all just a story about a couple, it looks like a couple of them, like a big boss. You got to go take him on. Now again, I don't know exactly everything about this. I wish I did, and I'm looking forward to finding out. But of course, I like to keep things less spoilery, as spoilery as possible. So that's why I don't dig into a lot of how this game worked when it came to the story of it. So we're going to box up a lot of this, and we're going to go ahead and come to the end. That's right, that's the end. I have done an unboxing of Aftershock and the original Street Masters Kickstarter pledges. Oh my gosh, that was absolutely a massive unboxing. I apologize for actually how many cards there were, but that's just what this game is. Lots of hero decks, and you're going to be going against different opponents, and you're even going to play through different stories of those characters, which is really cool about this game. I'm excited to give this game a shot. I'm excited to bring this to the channel, hopefully at some time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. And if you did, give it a like. Don't forget the bell symbol, and then you'll know when more videos come. I'll be doing maybe a playthrough of this hopefully pretty soon. Right now, we're knee-deep in some other playthroughs, but I will come to this as quick as I can. Please leave anything in the comments below. If you have any questions about this game or anything else, I would love to hear them. Again, thank you so much for watching. And if you're excited to see what comes next, then I need you to meet me at the table.